What is the true cost of being Raila Amolo Odinga?
Well, I cannot estimate the costs, but I can say that I'm not worried about those who do not understand what I'm trying to do. I always try to convince them to see the things the way I see them. In 2023, we were in the streets and we had very concrete issues that we were raising. One of them was the issue of the elections of 2022. Because as you know, we had opportunity to access the server, and which was telling completely different story of the one that was announced by Mr. Chebukati. So we pressed for the server to be opened. And secondly, we also talked about the high cost of living, which was really putting a lot of stress on the population of our country. And we also talked about the issue of corruption in the country.
In your speech during Saba Saba, and Excellency, do you ever run out of dialogue ideas?
No, I don't run out of dialogue. And because people must talk. When there is a crisis, people must find a solution to the crisis. If you don't find a solution to the crisis, you just create anarchy. That's why we talk about dialogue. And this happens all the times. When there's a crisis, people talk. When there's no crisis, it's when, things are okay, the institutions work. But if the institutions fail to work, for example, if Parliament is not solving the issues, the government is not acting the way people wanted the government to act. The people are dissatisfied. The people are on the streets. The people have a right to talk. See, our constitution says at Article 1 that the sovereignty, the Republic of Kenya, rests with the people of Kenya. They can exercise it either directly or through their elected representatives. What does that mean? The one of elected representatives is known to everybody. The people go to the ballots, they elect their MCS, MPs, senator, governor, and president. But then, how about this one of direct by the people? How do 55 million people come together to exercise that sovereignty? How do they? This is dialogue. That's when you can talk about we, the people of Kenya. That there was a very violent reaction to our demonstrations, and we lost quite a number of our people. We did come out clearly saying that change must come in the country. And all in all, we lost about 70 people at that time. But then the international community intervened, and we had a conversation with President Ruto and agreed to set up a task force to mediate and come up with proposals on how to deal with the issues in contention. It was led by Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka and Mr. Kimani Ichung'wah. They came up with what we call the NADCO report. And we then said the NADCO report needed to be implemented. It was taken to Parliament, but there was quite a bit of prevarication, but it eventually went through Parliament. But before it was implemented, then of course the Genz'S issue came up.
June 2024.
Just June 2024. Had the NADCO report been implemented earlier, we would not have ended up with the
Genz'S protests?
Exactly. because the issues that the youth were raising were very similar to the ones that we were raising the previous year. Now, the youth, of course, say that they were out to finish the job. They asked me to stay home. And I did respect their wishes, and I stayed home. And of course, they went further than we had gone. They stormed the parliament. They even stormed the judiciary. And they were on their way to State House when they were blocked by the forces. But when they overwhelmed the police, then the regime tried to bring the military. When we protested that military cannot be deployed on civilian population without express authority of parliament, they went to parliament and coerced parliament to pass it. And you saw the military on the streets for the first time.